You get your Ducksworth in Winnipeg with a great rivalry. It's the annual Duckworth Challenge that goes down between the Manitoba Bisons and the Winnipeg Westmen. For the Bisons, they are in the playoffs, while the Westmen are barely holding on to a postseason spot. 2 losses this weekend for Winnipeg, and the Westmen could be on the outside looking in. To review, Duckworth, 2 schools, 3 sports, 25 years, but most important of all, one great city. Winnipeg, one great city, it's their slogan. Bisons were great on Friday with this guy leading the way. A.J. Bassey was 6 of 13 from beyond the arc, scoring a game-high 23 points. Bisons take the Crow Child, beating the Westmen by 14. The next night, the Westmen lead by 7 at the half. But the Bisons crawled back and took the 3-point lead into the final minute. But Keith O'Mara scores this layup to cut the deficit to 1. Final seconds, O'Mara takes it to the rack and gets fouled. He hits 1 of 2 to tie the game, sending it into OT. In that extra frame, Bisons outscored the Westmen 12-4. They take game 2 by 8. Pronghorns and Dinos. Thomas Cooper led all scorers, pouring in 24 as the Dinos win a 9th straight with a 10-point win. The next night, Cooper's the name at the old ball game with 27 as the Dinos win their 10th straight, edging the Horns by 4. Cats and Dogs in Saskatoon. Start in the last minute of the game, Huskies down by 2. Evan Ostertag's jumper ties it at 72. Bobcats then turn it over. Chan DeSimian throws down the dunk, a huge swing for the Huskies. DeSimian then misses 4 freebies down the stretch. Bobcats with a desperation 3 at the buzzer, rattles off the rim and out. Huskies eke out the 1-point win. Game 2, Alex Unruh with 22 off the bench for the Huskies. Check the score. That kid was the difference. Vikes on the road in Regina. It was the Tull brothers show for the Cougars. Jonathan Tull with a game-high 23. Brother Brandon Tull poured in 16. Jethro nowhere to be found. Cougs win. Saturday night, more of the same from Jonathan Tull as he scored a game-high 24 points. Cougars earned the sweep over the Vikes. TWU and Alberta. The G-Bears take both games from the Spartans. Mamadou Gaye bookended 28 and 27 points in the consecutive wins. Wolfpack hosting the Timberwolves. Only one howled in the loops. TRU with a 17-point W. Next night, it's the Pack again by 14, extending their winning streak to 7 games. McEwen on the road to face MRU. Glenn Yang scored 26 to lead the Cougars to a 9-point win in the opener, but Denzel James put down 30 as the Griffins earned the split, winning the next night by 5. Fraser Valley in Kelowna to meet the Heat. The Cascades had 4 starters in double figures to win the first of 2, but they dropped the second one the next night, losing by 3. Standings in the Explorer. The Wolfpack have their spot in the postseason with UFV in a great position to clinch a spot. That third and final playoff position is still up for grabs with 2 weeks remaining. 4 of 7 spots are locked, while come this time next week, all 7 spots could be spoken for. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule in the Explorer division. And here's a glance at the upcoming schedule in the Pioneer division. Use your reading and math skills. Over to women's hoops now, where the Duckworth featured 2 teams that quite frankly have been down. The 1-15 Bisons facing the 4-10 Westmen. We'll jump straight to the 4th cue. Westmen down by 1 with over 3 minutes to go. Lena Wenke nails this triple-A to give Winnipeg the lead. 1:33 to go, and this lay-in from Faith Henzekia puts the Westmen up by 4. They get a scare, but edge the herd by 5. Saturday night was all Westman. 3 starters scored in double figures. Winnipeg earns the sweep over the crosstown Bisons. Bobcats and Green Dogs. Laura Daly was perfect from the land beyond, scoring 17 points. Huskies with the Game 1 win. Daly came out the next night blazing from downtown Tudentown. She hit 6 of 8 from outside the arc. Lisa Tomaitis' Huskies with another perfect sweep. Lethbridge at home to Calgary. The Dinos had 4 starters score in double figures as they cruise to a 34-point win. Game 2, Christy Shields connected with 3 of 4 from downtown. Dinos sweep the Pronghorns, taking the second game by 30. Spartans and Pandas. Alberta took Game 1 by 20. Followed that up, winning the next night by 35. Griffins and Cougars. Kelly O'Hallahan scored 18 in the Griffins' win on Friday night. McEwen followed that up by beating the Cougars by 41. 3 starters scoring in double digits in the win. UNBC and TRU. The Wolfpack earned the weekend sweep by beating the T-Wolves by 29 on Friday and 32 on Saturday. Cascades and Heat from K-Town. UFV get 2 wins over UBCO with a Game 1 win of 15, followed up by a 46-point win on Saturday night. Victoria in Saskatchewan to face the Cougs. Regina wins its 9th and 10th in a row, sweeping the weekend series with the Vikes. Explorer Division standings. 1 playoff berth is locked up with McEwen looking to have the second spot. In the Pioneer, the top is heavy, but there are 4 teams vying for 3 spots in that postseason derby. Here's a look at this week's schedule in the Explorer Division. And finally, here's a peek looking at the upcoming games in that Pioneer Division.